This video is about locations around Anne Frank's diary in Amsterdam. I thought it best to use the original Dutch pronunciation for names. Since Dutch and English are similar, the meaning is sometimes not hard to guess. For example, straat is street, laan is lane. First, just as a reference, the location of Anne Frank's hiding place, now the Anne Frank house, with more than 1 million visitors every year. All 8 people in hiding came from the same neighborhood. The Frank family lived at the Meredeplein or Merede Square. On this photograph, Anne Frank herself has indicated the location on number 37, 2 levels above ground level and upwards. The place is now restored. On the left is a photo of Anne Frank, second on the left, on the right one of Margot. Anne also mentioned it on July 5th, where she says that while strolling here, on the little square, her father starts to talk about going into hiding. On the other side lived the Van Pels family, or Van Daan, in the diary, at the Zuider Amstellaan 34, also on the 3rd floor. So when the worrisome order comes for Margot Frank to report and Anne writes that her mother went to the Van Pelses to tell them, it's not that far. A bit further, the last of those to go in hiding together, Frits Pfeffer, or Dussel in the diary, had a dental practice on the Amstellaan. When the war was over, the Noorder Amstellaan, Zuider Amstellaan and simply Amstellaan were renamed after the leaders of the liberators, in the Chuttelaan, Rooseveltlaan and Stalinlaan. The Stalinlaan subsequently was renamed in 1956 when the Soviet Union invaded Hungary in the Vrijheidslaan or Freedom Lane. Sorry for the history lesson. Also close by lived the helpers Miep and Jan Gies at the Hunzestraat. For primary or elementary school, Anne's sister Margot went to the Jekerschool on the Jekerstraat. This photo of Margot or Margot was taken in front of the school on the right, a recent photo on the same location. It's now a mosque. As a primary school, Anne Frank went to the 6th Montessori school on the Nierstraat. This photo of her is taken there. This school was renamed in 1957 in her honor, in the 6th or 6th Montessori Anne Frank School. It was 5 minutes from her home. When Anne Frank starts her diary, she and her sister already went to school at the Jewish Lyceum. She herself mentioned the location as the Stadstimmertuinen, well, it was then already renamed in the voormalige Stadstimmertuin. Let's not get into that. On June 24th, Anne Frank writes about a trip to her dentist at noon on a hot summer day, which isn't her future roommate. She writes she misses the benefits of a streetcar in the heat, which Jews aren't allowed in anymore, and that her bicycle is stolen. She says it's quite a long trip from her school. The dentist is here, distance as the crow flies around 1 mile or 1.6 kilometers. The distance to her own place is longer. That day she walked in total more than 7.2 kilometers or 4.5 miles. A good exercise for when they went into hiding 2 weeks later. Now the address where they hid. Prinsengracht, Canal or Moat of the Princess, number 263, the office of Anne's father, and where Mr. Van Pels also worked. On Monday morning, July 7th, the Frank family went into hiding. Walking to it, they wore 4 layers through the summer rain, with each 2 bags. It probably took them around 45 minutes. This image of Google Maps actually shows how close they lived by the Westertoren or Western Tower. The yellow square indicates the annex where they hid, which is from 1740. In her diary, Anne mentioned that she wanted to name her book as The Annex, for the mysterious ring, which is the title of the Dutch version, Het Achterhuis, or the Back House. Now for 2 years and 1 month the 8 in hiding lived there day and night, at close quarters, always together, never going outside, till the fateful day of August 4th, 1944, 2 months after Normandy landings, when they were discovered. They, with 2 male helpers, were taken to the headquarters of the Sicherheidsdienst, or security service, for interrogation, located at the Euterpenstraat. In the war, being taken to the Euterpenstraat meant something ominous. That's why after the war, you may have guessed it, the street was renamed in the Gerrit van der Veenstraat, after an executed leader of the resistance. After this, the 8 were sent to a prison here, and then after in total 4 days, put on a train at the Centraal Station, Central Station, and sent to Westerbork, a transit camp in the Netherlands. If they were discovered 1 month later, a lot of them would probably survived. See the video about the fate of the 8 after discovery for that.